Now, Romney versus Cruz. Romney, and we did a number of programs on this back during the election of 2012 when Romney was running against Obama. How this white horse prophecy is a big deal in the Mormon Church. It's not actually part of the Book of Mormon. It was about a speech that Joseph Smith gave in May of 1843. And, you know, it's published, and the Mormons, it's not part of official doctrine, but it is, a number of Mormons called into the program and said, oh, yeah, they talk about this in our church on Sundays, and everybody knows about the White Horse Prophecy. And the White Horse Prophecy talks about, you will go to the Rocky Mountains, and you will see a great and mighty people established, which I will call the White Horse of Peace and Safety. Your enemies will follow you with persecutions and make obnoxious laws against you in Congress to destroy the White Horse. And they did. They outlawed polygamy. But you will have a friend or two. And then you will see the Constitution of the United States almost destroyed. It will hang by a thread, and that thread is fine as the finest silk fiber. Now, a lot of people feel that we're at that point right now. Constitution's under attack. Some, from the right, some from the left. I mean, and it will be preserved and saved by the efforts of the white horse and the red horse, who will combine in its defense. And the time will come when the banks in every nation will fail. A terrible revolution will take place in America. The land will be literally left without a supreme government. England and France are now bitter enemies. Keep in mind, this is 1843, but they will be allied together in order to keep Russia from conquering the world. Remember Mitt Romney saying, the most existential threat to the United States is Russia? This is why. Because he thinks he's the white horse. And then during this time, the great white horse will have gathered strength, sending out elders to get the honest in heart of the United States to stand by the Constitution of the United States as it was given by inspiration of the Lord. Power will be given to the white horse to rebuke nations afar off. Now, who has that power? The president. The white horse becomes president. Not that they will be one with the white horse, but when the law goes forth, they will obey. Those opposing will be called Gog and Magog, the nations of the world led by the Russian Tsar, and their power will be great, but all opposition will be overcome, and this land will then be the Zion of our God, the United States. So Mitt Romney thinks he's running to be basically John the Baptist, the anointed one, who is going to anoint the Messiah when he comes back and save the world. Ted Cruz thinks the same thing. Here's Ted Cruz's father, Raphael. He said, for example, on August 26, 2012, he said, quote, he's talking about a previous pastor who was talking about Proverbs. He said, the pastor referred to Proverbs 13:22 a little while ago, which says that the wealth of the wicked is stored for the righteous. In other words, your wealth and my wealth, it's stored up for righteous people like the Koch brothers and Ted Cruz and his buddies. And it says that the kings anointed to take dominion, that transfer of wealth is going to occur. Here's Raphael Cruz.
It's an anointing as king. And God has given you an anointing to go to the battlefield. And what's the battlefield? The battlefield is the marketplace. To go to the marketplace and occupy the land. To go to the marketplace and take dominion. And if you recall, we talked about the fact that that dominion is not just in the church. That dominion is over every area: society, education, government, economics.
Which people are going to rule America, and Ted Cruz is the guy who's going to make it all happen. That's the clip we have, right? Or is there's another clip? Okay. The other clips, there's a few other clips out there. You can find them poking around where Ted Cruz is anointed to be this guy, the king of the Seven Hills, who will bring this about. So Raphael Cruz, the pastor who's the father, Ted Cruz's father, he's a Cuban immigrant, a Cuban, refugee, as it were, although he actually left Cuba during the Batista regime and then went back briefly during Castro and then came back and set up pox in all their houses. I'm going to become a rich right-wing minister. And he did. And Ted went to the finest schools, Harvard, etc. Very smart guy, Ted Cruz. And therefore, I think he presents a very real possibility. He's already a major political mover and shaker in the United States. He was responsible for the shutdown of the government last year. And he seriously could run for president of the United States.
This is the Thom Hartmann Program.
So which Republican Messiah figure or pre-Messiah do you want? Which John the Baptist, Ted Cruz or Mitt Romney? Your choice.